Yo, what up, people? What up, what up, what up? What the dilly? What the D? Didn't mean to do that yet. What's going on, people? Let me get some. Let's see if J-Bone and Two-Tone. There's J-Bone and there's Two-Tone and J-Bone. All right. What's going on, people? What do we got? The alert go out? It did. Straight up and down like 6 o'clock. Straight up and down like 6 o'clock. What up, Keith? Keith Wicklife. Where's everybody at? What the deals? Damn. Is my arch nemesis live? Is that what's happening? My arch nemesis? He's my arch nemesis, guys. He takes away all my viewers. Well, truth is, I probably got most of my viewers from him. Because even though I get way more views than him or anybody gets on Instagram with videos, when it comes to lives, I can't fuck with him. Can't fuck with a lot of people. My lives aren't that popping yet. But I'll get there. Anthony, what up? 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in a drop, cruising the streets. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in a drop top, cruising the streets. Johnny's live? All right. Well, Johnny's going to have to stop being live and come up on this bitch because this is where the party's at. The party is right here. Iraq. Keith Wick. Is it Wicklife or Wickliff? Unlaced. What up, blood? What up, blood? Unlaced. So you never wear laces? You ever run real fast and the shits just shoot off your foot? Long time. Yeah, man. Yeah, you got the wrench and everything, but I guess I don't even. I don't know how long it's been. Most dudes with wrenches are regulars, but you abandoned me, man. What'd I do? I'm saying you run too fast, those shits will shoot off your feet. I always lace. I don't like that whole style. That's something within the last like 10, 15 years where they just put them on and pull the laces, acting like you don't care, and they're just sitting, acting like somebody took them off, and they're so cool that they don't give a fuck about nothing, and they don't need to do. They just put their foot in the shoe and go out the house. They don't care about nothing. That's how cool they are. That's that look where the laces are all pulled out, like you just took them off and you left them in the shoe rack. And then you're just like, man, I got my bitches, I got my money, got my Rolex. Man, I don't give a fuck about no sneakers. Let me slip my foot in them like they're Crocs and just walk. I'm so smooth, I won't trip. I could fight in them. I could bang girl, whatever. I hate that look. Shit annoys me. I went to prison, 6 months domestic. No, you didn't. I feel like if you did, I don't think you would have said that, like about the domestic thing, because domestic shit ain't like a badge of honor. I feel like you're fucking with me right now. What up, Joaquin? Joaquin, what up? What the deals? What the deals, Joaquin? Joaquin Phoenix. Yo, I'm tired. I was up early. I was in Brooklyn all day doing these business deals. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get these stacks. Trying to get some serious stacks. I'm talking stacks. Trying. Nothing yet. But, shit takes multiple meetings. This shit takes time. To get sent to prison, you need to be sentenced a year or more. Aha! I did, man. Not a good thing at all. Can't hurt family. I learned a lesson. You can't hurt family? Who'd you snuff? What'd you do? I taught my son a lesson. I go, because he punched one of his closest friends. Punch him in the mouth. I go, I told you guys this. I'll do it again. There's four rules. Codes of the street. Codes of the Hell's Kitchen street. Codes of the New York City street, really, when I was growing up, right? When you got to, when somebody's your friend, when somebody's your boy, right? Real friend. First thing, you never steal from them. First thing. Second thing, you never snitch on them, right? Third thing, you never fuck with any of their girls, past or present. Girls, not hookups, girls. And fourth thing, you don't fight your friends. I get maybe once getting into it with somebody, but if you repeatedly keep wanting to punch your boy in the mouth, you should think real long and hard if that should be your boy. Because I don't think I don't want to be. I'm not going to want to be friends with somebody who I repeatedly want to put through some sheetrock. If I want to put you through some sheetrock, I'm not going to keep being friends with you. I pushed my mom over, spat in her face, accused her of messing around with my 72-year-old father. All right, so clearly you're British, calling her a mum. Are you fucking with me right now? I feel like you're fucking with me right now. Good, CJ. Good. Enjoy. You deserve it. And this is probably going to be yours too. Or maybe Yayin if he wants it. Because nobody gives a shit about this. So it's going to be our first raffle that's a dud. I'll try a couple more, but if it keeps going. What up, D. Wayne? Misdemeanor battery. Yeah, you wouldn't go to jail for 6 months for some shit like that. Keith is fucking with us. That's okay though, Keith. You can fuck with us. It's all good. No sweat off my sack. No sweat off my sack. My brothers. So I told Tone and J-Bone Capone they could come in, but it's up to them. Yeah, I don't believe him. Heath doesn't deserve a wrench. Nah, he's playing. There's no way he's serious. Yeah, he's fucking with us. Pac is the greatest active welterweight. You know what's funny? He has a legit chance of beating all of them. I'd have to go lean towards Boots against Pac, but the motherfucker has a chance. At 47, is he? Or 46? He might be 46. He has a chance, which is crazy to say. I don't lie about crime, yo. I don't think you talk like that either. Johnny doing an interview at the moment. Well, Johnny needs to get the fuck off and come join Big Marco Dogs. Nah, whatever. ¿Qué pasa? I saw my man today. Felipe, he is a black Honduran. I thought of you. I was like, well, you're not. He's he's dark. He's like, his African DNA looks like 100%. But again, from Honduras, accent, the whole 9 yards. Pac ain't fought in 10 years. I'm 60-40 Pac beating Barrios. I got 60-40 Barrios. You feel me? Barrios is washed. Washed like some denim jeans. In Honduras, it's called Garifunas. Garifunas? That sounds like you just made me say some racist shit in Spanish. Now I'm going to get canceled. Parker, I can't wait for summer. I get to see my auntie in Jamaica. She's 103. Your aunt is 103? How old's your fucking mom? Or dad? Jesus. You better carry him on some Jake Paul Tyson shit. Barrios ain't from The Barrio. Greatest welterweight. Remains to be seen. I don't like how they just gifted Boots Lineal. Well, what else are they going to do? If Barrios is washed, Pac must be dry cleaned. I like that. Majority of the boxing industry are saying Bud will win. Good day, mate. Gio to God. Gio to God. 60-40 Barrios definitely. I think Pac-Man can win with early stoppage. I don't see him winning a decision. Barrios got kids and some quality Mexican yams at the house. He not hungry anymore. Okay. Spoken like a real Maryville, USA. She's my great aunt. Oh, that makes sense. I hope Pac takes roids so we can get a good fight. Barrios is the weakest 47 champion of the era. You might be right. You might be right. But still, champ nonetheless. Unlike some dudes who fight John Gotti's grandson in thrilling trilogies, at least he's fighting for a belt. Just saying. Barrios is only good for TV. Majority of the boxing industry said Bud will wash Spence too. You know what's funny? Boxing pundits, pro fighters, like I include myself because I was a pro fighter, even though I was at a high level. We all thought Bud was going to win. But a lot of you boxing fans, I bet you the majority of you in here thought that Spence was going to win that fight. No disrespect, I'm not trying to shit on you. That's just what I saw, the trend. Dudes who are in the game, either as trainers or fighters, mostly pick Bud. And then boxing fans, mostly pick Spence. That's what I remember seeing. Allen is wrong. Stanionis was the weakest champ and the smallest. Spence was the favored. Yeah, was he? But barely. Saras. I believe his gas tank will start to show by round 7 or 8. All right. I made good money from Bud and Spence. I thought Spence would beat Bud. Whoa. Floyd caked, walked away 50-0. Mania's character. What you mean? The way Spence was holding that fight for years spoke volumes. Yeah, but let's not forget, Clarissa, even though we know what happened, Bud was not easy to negotiate with. He was like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he's not the one who gave the concessions. It was more Spence. Like, fuck it. You want this? Fine. You want okay. Who goes to the ring first? Fine. You know, it was like all these little things Bud was just being mad arrogant about or particular about. True thugs had Bud. I don't think you're a real thug, CJ. I just don't. Anybody who has a sign to Mike Tyson glove and works in the architecture field ain't no damn thug. It's a marshmallow. You're a California marshmallow. You're soft. You soft as Stay Puff. All right, I'm just playing. Yayin. Bud knew his worth. No, because at the time, the worth is based on sales, sucker. Sales. And his sales weren't worth the same as Spence's sales. Nah, he wanted... Now that Broly beat Ryan, are you finished with him? I'll watch him. Why not? Or am I finished with Ryan, you mean? Nah, I'll watch them both. All of the best minds in boxing world called it for Bud. That's what I think, too. Tony said Bud would KO Spence out cold. Tony was right. Well, not out cold, but... Yo, Marco, do you genuinely think Norman versus Boots will be competitive? I don't see it. Those belts look easy grab for Boots. I don't think anybody's going to be too competitive with Boots at 47. I was arraigned on 4 felonies. Reformed, sophisticated thug. Yeah? What were the felonies? What'd you get? Caught stealing tulips? What'd you get? Caught stealing tulips? Huh? What'd you jaywalk? I know California gets real hardcore with those jaywalking tulip stealers. CJ, you soft as Mr. Stay Puft. I'm just joking. But I'm not joking about the fucking jaywalking. They take that. I remember jaywalking when I was in Cali. They were losing their minds. Like, oh, crosswalk, crosswalk. So shut the fuck up. Nothing better than lacing them up. Feel alive. Feel good. Bud got $10 million to fight and a Vizian. So apparently he didn't know his worth. Apparently he did know his worth. That's a lot of money. Bud was to PBC what Jesus was to Romans. Damn. Maidana and Mosley were. Shane was out of his prime at 135. Maidana arguably beat Floyd. Nah, Maidana didn't beat Floyd. I disagree. Nah, no way. The only person who beat Floyd, arguably, was Jose Luis Castillo in their first fight. The other ones I see, even De La Hoya, who came razor close, he still lost. De La Hoya is the only one to come super close. And then Maidana was very competitive. Maidana and Cotto were very competitive. And then De La Hoya came pretty super close, but still lost. They all lost. The only one who I think has any arguable shot, and who I gave it to, is Castillo. Obviously, their first fight. And I believe Floyd's hand was hurt because in the second fight, he beat him so easy. No lie, my uncle been saying Bud was 140. He could go up several weight classes and win. Brian Norman is the hardest puncher at 47. Nah, you wilding out. I just killed a fire rematch, but I ain't Diddy. Yo, didn't they put out a picture of Diddy recently in his trial? That dude looks like he aged 15 years. Which is like, well, guess what happens? Rolly versus Haney. Boring. Haney will box him easy. Rolly doesn't have the skill. Haney will get on that tricycle and just spin like he's performing in Barnum and Bailey, Ringling Brothers. You know, they go on the circus, they spin on that big one fucking wheel. That's what Haney's going to do. He's going to spin on the tricycle like he's performing at Ringling Brothers. I thought Floyd versus Oscar was a draw. Nah, not me. I mean, literally only 1 or 2 rounds though. Floyd won by only 1 or 2 rounds, in my opinion. But I wouldn't say he arguably lost that. What up, Path? I'm not a big Floyd fan, but he earned that. Oh, he absolutely did. My criticism for him isn't anything to do with his pro career. The only matter of fact, my only criticism for him is that he paints somewhat of a shallow, stupid picture for fighters now. And he started a lot of trends that he could fucking pull off and that he made work. But the problem is everybody follows him and it makes boxing shittier. Protecting your O. Putting this stupid persona that you have so much money. Talking down to people, trying to shit on people during press conference. And the thing with him is he always big upped his opponents, but dumbasses like Broner, sorry, Yayan, didn't realize that, and Broner would take that and not do what Floyd did exactly, just put his own fucking twist on it and just shit on his opponents. It's like, don't you understand that when you say your opponents are garbage and they're bums and all that, it makes you look worse? Oh, so you beat a bum. Floyd had the brains to say all of his fighters. He only talked about how good they were. What up, Winston? 50 on these streets. Yep, Bill Haney. Marco, you say styles make fights. I feel like Canelo and Haney fight were boring because of the style matchup. Yeah, they were. Floyd will go down as the GOAT for beating Berto. There you go. The bet. And I hate that TBE. It's smart, though. Again, smart to come up with his own. The best ever. Yeah, that's dope. Guess what, though, Alan? There's a dude who's 51-0. Did you know that? Did you know that? There's a dude who is 51-0. Did you know that? His name is Ricardo Lopez. You ever hear of him? And I think there's another fighter who even went longer. I think he was like, the fuck was his name? He had a lot of draws though. So only Floyd has the most wins with no draws, no blemishes. What was the fucking guy's name? I think there's a guy named Packy McFarland who was 74-0, but he had 5 draws. Jimmy Wild, that's who the guy is. Jimmy Wild is 93. Oh, no. No. Jimmy Wild had the longest undefeated streak. But Packy McFarland was 74 wins, 0 losses, but he had a whole shitload of draws. So, and let's not forget, those dudes fought way more. I think it's more impressive when you have a couple of draws, but you have mad fights. Because in the same amount of time, probably, that Floyd fought, this guy Packy fucking almost doubled his record. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's not just about the record. It's also about who you fought. But Floyd fought everybody. Like, Floyd, during his career, I can't say anything. Nothing. Floyd did everything. I just don't like kind of how we not don't like it. I also, I don't like it because let's be honest, it's because of him that guys like Tank are doing what they're doing. Tank's not fighting. You know what I'm saying? It is, and because he was a direct mentor to Floyd. Smooth. Come on, man. These dudes don't know about no Ricardo Lopez. Turkey owns Bud. Mario Barros, A-side, clearly he has a beat resume. I'm actually dropping a Turkey video probably tomorrow. I respect the 8 division title way more than that asterisk. Do you? See, I don't. Just because Pacquiao happened to be one of those random people who was able to start at a lighter weight and go up, it's about who he fought. Now, Pacquiao fought everybody, but let's not forget. To me, dominance is a big component to all-time great status. And nobody was more dominant than Floyd because he never lost. One arguable loss. I think every undefeated fighter had one arguable loss, right? I believe the fight. Did Marciano have an arguable loss? Maybe the one with Walcott or Ezra Charles, maybe one of them. Joe Calzaghe against Hopkins was arguable. Ricardo Lopez, I don't think he had an arguable loss, Ricardo Lopez. The one draw he had, people thought that he should have won that, and he knocked money out in the rematch. Ward, definitely Kovalev, I thought, beat him the first fight. Floyd, I thought Castillo beat him the first fight. So Rocky might be the only one to have no arguable, like reasonably arguable losses. And I know what you're thinking, guys. I know what you're thinking since I'm talking about Rocky.
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass.
Yeah, well, that's the truth. Floyd loses to Dev. Oh, come on. Maybe now. I don't even think now. Yeah, it wasn't Walcott. It might have been. It was some. There might be one person that people thought he might have lost to, but no. His only arguable losses weren't like Jersey Joe was whooping his ass though, and then he hit him with that one punch. So he had a couple fights where he was down, but there was a knockout. So there's nothing arguable about a knockout. So I don't think he had any arguable decisions. Floyd was on IVs. I'm not going to go on about this. Oh, yes, you are. But at one point, Broner was. Hey, Iraq, what should we order, Yayan? Well, yep. Lopez drew against Alvarado, but didn't have a loss in amateurs or pros. Yeah, he drew, and then I think he knocked him out in the rematch. Floyd passed the torch to Devin after their sparring, according to Bill. Order him the special? Yeah, right. Ricardo Lopez, the only one who was truly undefeated in the amateurs and pros. Wait, Ricardo didn't lose as an amateur? Let's give up for the Argentinian native. Gave Floyd a competitive fight. The Argentine. Oh, yeah, he did. Amir Khan chin is made out of paper towels. Paper mache. Y'all some losers. That's insane potential. Do you know how many fighters started even better than that? Berlanga started 16-0, all knockouts in the first round. Like, it's about how you finished as well in your prime. Yeah, I mean, you know. Duran was 31-0, 27 knockouts, the potential world. He went on to be right, and he had some losses. Do you think Lennox Lewis could have gone undefeated? Yeah, he only has 2 losses that were, some might say, lucky punches that he avenged in devastating fashion. Well, McCall, I don't think he could have knocked McCall. Nobody knocked out McCall, not in his prime, but people would beat him. They just wouldn't knock him out. Brunner ended broke and drunk. He still is broke and drunk. Marco, you ever see when Bill Haney was getting interviewed during the Ryan versus Haney fight? He got dropped as Bill was talking about it. Hilarious. Nah, I didn't see that. Berlanga didn't become a champion in the process, let alone 2 weight classes. Oh, so those are the criteria has to be 27-0 and become a champion in 2 weight classes? Okay. I didn't realize that was the criteria. That could be a good video, boxers that could have gone undefeated. That could be, I mean, that's a weird thing to say because if they didn't, then they didn't. So people would be like, could have. You know, that whole, like, if my aunt had a penis, she could have been my uncle. How's Devin doing? Oh, really? What's up, Drummond? What's up, what's up, what's up? I'm about to get back in the gym. 37? Okay. Buenos noches. Buenos noches. Chile Garcia. Buenos noches. What the deal? What is the deal? Damn. What we got going on? Sometimes it's like talking to a wall. I know, man. I know. That's exactly what I was thinking. Not really. Not really. Him and his mother are really good at it, but they don't really do it that much. Well, Marco, you like to say the boxing, anything is possible. Some guys could have been. Yeah, but it's like I doing a video on who could have been undefeated. That'd be weird because the first thing would be like, yeah, but he's not. Like if I did one on Lennox, they'd be like, well, ask Hasim Rahman that, or you know. Mark, my theory is that any Ryan besides the last one beats Rolly, and any Haney besides the one who fought Ryan the first time beats Ryan. That's hard to tell because it could just be styles, you know. If you don't recall the Ja Rule Bobby Brown track, you're not from NY. I kind of do. That Ja Rule Bobby Brown track is hard though. What else we got? Ryan was really on the juice. I mean, allegedly. No, he really was. Just, was it purposely done? Because if it was purposely done, then that means he had enough. He was trying to put enough in him to get benefits from it. If it was contaminated, accidental, that means he might have not had any benefits from it. It's hard to tell. Either way, though, this last fight definitely made an argument for that he was juicy juice the first time. And I said this the other day when we was talking about it. Shakur beats Oscar Valdez when he was 30-0, ring champ mag, and come off the KO. Okay. Everything's going to be all right. Just focus. Huh? What are you talking about? Mo, why'd you say that? That's weird. He was juiced up to the gills. Marco, I'm so pissed. MMA fighter calling me a bomber and terrorist because I whooped his ass. Oh, because you're Indian? That's just racist. Damn, you got to be a bomber and a terrorist? Aren't that one and the same? Well, Mamoon, are you? No, not funny? All right. Mo just saying words of encouragement. Because I have amazing powers of observation, Marco. Well, you're right. I'll just, my wife's upset. She's in the room and she's upset. Damn, you do. Well, I'm just staring at her concerned. Is that what it is? You can see? This guy's good. Yeah. He knows boxing really well, too. This guy. He's what is he? Oh, he's the guy who goes and checks like CO2 levels for the city. Remember I told you that one time? Because when I was worried about this thing going off. Remember that was going off? Yeah, and he was here like, oh, be careful. Damn. This guy's no. He said T is the GOAT. GOAT means greatest of all time. He's not calling you like, bah. Okay. I'm just making sure.
It really means Baphomet.
It was what?
It means the Baphomet.
The Baphomet?
Yeah, it's like a symbol of the devil.
The GOAT's the Baphomet, which is a symbol of the devil. All the coke Bobby Brown did, he came on that video with a Len Bias jersey. I'm Bengali. I beat him. I'm just boxing. We know you're Bengali, but to him, he just sees the brown skin and his racist eyes start coming up with scenarios. Mo, a great guy. Yeah, Mo's smart. Jesus. That's crazy. Maybe he read my lips. Oh, well, I'm a Satanist, so the compliment stands.
Oh, I didn't mean him.
No, he meant to you. It's a compliment.
No, I was just saying that.
He said he's a Satanist, so even if you take it as you're a devil, it's still a compliment.
Oh.
He's from California. It's a little weird. Never mind. Can you guys hear her when she talks through this thing, by the way? I don't know how this thing picks up other. Okay. Well, you made her smile, so that's good.
Thank you.
He said that. She said thank you. You heard her faintly. Okay. Yeah, Cali owns New York. Yeah, okay. I want to win a raffle legit, but I know y'all never allow that. You might have to get. I might just send you this, unless Yayan wants it, because nobody's fucking. Is it that shitty of a prize to raffle off? Knicks, baby. I'll tell you one thing. I don't like how close though they're winning. Like the first two games they won, all beat on the road, too close. Third one was, I mean, they got pounded out like Jenna Jameson on set. Then of course last night, razor close, but they pulled it off at home. Countryside training for work. I'm like 15 minutes away from Vacaville. Vacaville. No way Mo is our neighbor. Mo in Davis. I'm in Winter. What are you guys talking about? CJ, if it was 2 gloves, you'd still be a raffle loser. Crazy. I hit up Johnny. He's not here. He saw it though. I guess you guys said he's busy, right? And I don't know about I hit up Tony Tone, but he's either busy or incognito. Man, Usyk need to grab Loma and tell him you ain't retiring till I retire, since you said he got 2 fights left in him. I'm like 15 minutes away. You should go, you guys should all go fucking have a drink. Ricardo Salas hits the hardest at 147. About to order a Meat Lovers pizza. Send Yayin 2 of those. So many Northern Cali folk rock out here. Fucking Winters. What's Winters? What are you guys talking about? Canelo stops Bud easy. People forget Canelo hits harder than Better Biev, according to Bivol. Okay. Winters is lit. I love working there. Chill ass town. Oh, it's a town. Town called Winters. All right. Winters is a hick town. Oh. I say from Indiana, but I'm really from Yountville. That sounds like some kind of dick joke you're trying to make me say. Like, Yountville, you fill these nuts in your mouth. Probably is. You fill these nuts in your mouth? Yountville. Oh, no, Phil. I forgot it. Winters is a small vineyard town in Northern California countryside. Damn. Hot damn. Norman beats Ennis. I don't think so, Truth. What leads you to believe that Brian Norman Jr. can beat Jaron Boots Ennis? Please, break it down. Just did a roof. I thought you said just did a roofie. I'm like, damn. Okay, partying. Partying. Is it your E-Rock? Is that your company or you work for a company? I forgot. Naoa been sparring all the best Mexicans at 118, 122, 126. They all would be champs if Naoa wasn't there. I'm telling you, I think 126 might be where he blows his load. 126 might be where he blows his load like Charlie Sheen at the Bunny Ranch. Pop the Molly. I'm sweating. Molly is apparently ecstasy, right, CJ? Like, it's just pure version of like the ecstasy we used to take back in the day. Cesar Vaca, Brian Acosta. Cardenas was rated #1 for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. I feel like that's something an old white guy would say. He was rated for fuck's sake. Family business. My brother has a roofing license. I'm about to take over a family business and I sell this fucking club. Took that? Ecstasy? Yeah. Not like, I didn't like OD on it, but yeah, I took it a few times. That was like probably my favorite one. Cesar Vaca tomorrow, fight in Australia. Sam Gooden, don't be surprised if he wins. Yes, sir. Pure MDMA. You ever had that? Is it way different than the X? Because the X that we used to take, that shit was laced. They would say with coke and speed and all kinds of shit. For me, it was like when I took the X, it was mild, which is what I liked about it. Like, I'd rather do that because it was just like it lasts like 3-4 hours, mild, not like fucking out of brownies or mushrooms that you're like blasted. Sometimes I've had brownies that kept me high for a whole fucking 24 hours. You don't want to go to you don't wake up and still be high. That ain't the move. Never did drugs in your life? Well, never too late to start. MDMA has an easy come down. X had a hard come down. Not for me. I didn't feel it come down at all, but I didn't do it enough. I probably did ecstasy my whole life, maybe 5 times. Something like that. Round 5, yeah. I'd say about 5 times my whole life. 5 to, yeah, I'd say around 5. I'm trying to think, maybe 1 or 2 more than 5, but No Limit Promotions putting good cards lately. Word. MDMA makes people stutter bad. That's weird. Bruh, I was a DJ. Aren't you still a DJ? I've done a lot of X and Molly. So, okay. The problem with those, with the X, is like, or both of them, unless you bring it to a lab, you don't know what the fuck's in it. What else did I do? Crack, methamphetamines, sniffed paint, sipped on alcohol, a lot of NyQuil. I'm just kidding. You did not pop over 1,000. Like, get the fuck out of here. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. Come on. That means you've done almost 3 years worth of, come on. And if that's true, You got some issues. And you are a thug, actually. That makes you a real thug. I know a dude who did so much X, he could barely keep the drool in his mouth. That'd be cool if that was a girl. You know what I'm saying? Lubricant. I don't think Canelo is awkward enough to throw Bud off. He is too predictable. I like that. Clarissa, I like that. I like that a lot. They had a website back in the day which let you know which pills were safe. There's no way, because it's illegal shit made in labs that are not under FDA regulation. That's impossible. Impossible. I disagree. That's a low number, 15, 21. You did 1,000 times between the age of 15 and 21. I probably done snorted a key, no BS. I live in a wild life, but yeah, see, I don't fuck with coke. Marco, I'm so scared to go back to my gym. Someone got shot in the head at the end of the block. No, I don't want to see a video of somebody getting shot in the head. Absolutely not. You shouldn't watch that shit either. Fucking rot your young brain. I used to take it back then. I know what it was. The shit was still a crapshoot. They put in Fetty and them puppies now. Y'all better chill out. Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Mo is like 30-something. 32, yeah. Nobody goes to Nayway body. Oh, it won't matter. Marco, you were not in the game. I was DJing, popping, slanging. Man, I'm 7 years older than you. Get out of here with that. Thugs out here pop X and do drive-bys. A drive-by while you're on X? Okay. Is there an underweight limit in boxing? Conor Ben weighed 154 for 160. No. You could weigh whatever. You could weigh lower than a weight, because going into it, the thought process, the mentality, the truth is you're at the disadvantage. So if you want to choose to be at disadvantage and fight somebody heavier, you can. You just can't weigh over the weight limit, because then that puts you at an advantage. Yeah. Just because somebody got shot on the end of the block of your gym doesn't mean somebody's going to get shot again, especially inside the gym. The greatest loss ever to Bud. You think? So you think if Canelo loses? Nah, I disagree. Bud might have the greatest loss ever. If Bud loses but like looks okay, that might be the greatest loss ever. Y'all think Pac would have been popping if he still never got killed? Huh? What? Pacquiao? Pac was on that shit. I'm glad I never smoked or drank a day in my life. It makes a lot of sense the way y'all be acting. Are you one of those dudes, Yayan? You never done anything? Don't do that, man. It's about moderation. I was like you. The first thing I ever did, I did mushrooms. I was out until I was 19. I never had a sip of alcohol, never did anything. And I wish I did. Now, again, moderation. I had a mother who drank, and I grew up in the crack epidemic era, and I had heroin junkies all over. So I saw all these people, and I'm like, I'm not drinking because my mom's drank. I'm not doing drugs. These dudes are all strung out, coming, breaking in my apartment, stealing my VCR. For those young kids, a VCR is an old thing that used to play movies. Like a CD player. What's this? Okay, those of you who are Yayan's age, CD player is a little disc that would play movies and music. So I never did it. But as I got older, I said I realized it's about moderation. You can have a drink or two and enjoy yourself, even if you're fucking with drugs. As long as you know that they're safe, like they are what they say they are. You can have a little bit every now and then. You only live life once. That full fucking, I'm telling you. Unless you think that you have a very severely strong addictive personality and you're worried, because some dudes have an addictive personality, or they get a drink in them and they start crying and punching people in the face, like they start wilding out. So if you're one of those people, then stay away from it. I've never taken a drug, smoked, or drank either. Exercise gives me that high I need. Again, you live life once. It's okay to, in moderation, have fun. You know what I'm saying? Tupac love Will Smith's career right now if he didn't die. Ooh, I like that, Mo. You ain't grow up with no damn CD players. I don't know if the contact or secondhand counts, but no alcohol, drugs for me. Dare. How would Tupac's music sound during this day and age? I don't know. There's a fentanyl problem in America, I believe, right? Cocaine and horse. That should be a name of a club. That should be a name of a club in the East Village. Cocaine and whores. That shit would be dope. That shit'd be dope. That's exactly why I don't dabble. You only live once. That's the motto. Tupac would have outgrown rap, probably be doing jazz ciphers shit. Yeah, who knows? He was just so bad. Too bad, man. Such a talent, such an entertaining person, such a passionate person. But he seemed like he was mad insecure. I heard a lot of people say that he was big time rappers. You say he was always trying to prove how like loyal he was. He would start fights with like I heard a couple rappers who were like one time a guy was which is what he did that night with Orlando Anderson. He was trying to he was the one ahead of the pack. I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna show everybody that I got people's back. This is how tough I am. This is how loyal I am. Because he motherfucker wanted to be liked. That's insecurity. Never had a family. Wanted to be a part of a family. Wanted to show he was down. Wanted people to like him. So he did that with Orlando, and look what happened. Ended up getting, you're gonna stomp out a fucking Crip. And a guy at one time it might have been Tretch, might have been telling the story. So one time they were in a studio and they were walking in somewhere, and the guy at the door, it was with Pac and Tretch was like, "Yo, let me get in," and the guy was like, says something like, "Nah, you can't." Says something to him like with an attitude, and Pac was like, "Yo, motherfucker, I'll whoop it." He started going off on him. And then we broke it up, and Tretch was like, "Yo, chill." He was like, because what the guy said wasn't even that bad, but Pac went OD trying to prove how down he was, how loyal he was. That's what I think about him. I wish if he was, but that comes with growing up the way he did, when you have no family and you got to go to the streets, you got to go with all this shit. I don't know. That's the vibe I got from all the stories I heard about him. I never met him, obviously. Stomp out a Crip on the West Coast at that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Mo, are you married? You smart. If you are, I have a question. What am I, chopped liver? I'm fucking married. I'm smart. That's mad disrespectful, Yayin. It's like, yo, I want to ask only the smart people. There's only the smart people. Mo, let me get some advice. That's rude. Pac got his Thug Life tattoo done in Houston. Oh, Pac. Jesus, I keep confusing Pac with, because it's a boxing room. Good Lord. No, I like money and traveling. No offense. I heard people used to say Diddy put. Yeah, but they didn't. There's a video of him, that's the great thing about this. There's a video of what he did, hours before he got shot, and we know who he did it to, and we got it's so, look, you never know. Obviously, some people, it could be a setup, it could be a conspiracy, but common sense says it was. And you ever see Orlando Anderson interviewed about it? Clearly lying, with a little smirk, nah, why would I kill Pac? I love this music, man. You ever see that? It was so obvious. I remember they hired a professional body language reader, to read them, a couple of them, and obviously, that's not a perfect, foolproof science, and they were just like, yeah, that's clearly indicated that he's lying, and he's being brazen about it. You didn't ask me shit. No, real thugs make the wives walk away from them because they're so thuggish. Will Smith was probably happy they killed. Oh, come on. Free P. Diddy. Now, free him for what? When Will Smith said he don't... I don't even know what Diddy did. Like, was he banging... Was he graping? Like, what was he doing? I don't even know. I know he had a lot of baby oil, and I know he was doing freaky parties, but what was he doing that was illegal? I don't even pay attention to it. Will Smith hated Pac? Yeah, because Pac... I think Pac banged Jada Pinkett. Come on. They probably were friends, but I think he hit it at least once. Diddy had a male escort pee in his... No, he didn't. Did he? See, did he? I'm definitely not doing that. Yo, can you update your fucking picture to something this century? Come on. Jada was spreading her cheek. Pac was clapping those cheeks. Is that dude going to come in here with like BFTBs in drag telling me to clap his cheeks? It's funny. Jada and Pac grew up together in Baltimore. Yeah. Smith and Jada are a show marriage. Friends, how many of us have them? Friends, how many of us have them? 2026. Let's do it right now. May 2025. No cameras. Just me and him. That's the way I would do it. And then I would turn the camera on after where he's on the floor with his shaking in a fetal position, crying like he was a new shaking fetal curled up like he's a newborn. Just for a second, I'll turn and then turn the camera off. That's how I would do it. Nah, girls can have guy friends. Come on. Will's punch card at the Meat Lovers Pizza restaurant, like Swiss cheese. But she says she's just a friend. But she says he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need. Yeah, I'm sure he did. I know he didn't believe it, though, if he said it. Pac was born in New York and moved to Auckland. Pac was born in New York, lived in New York, and then went to high school. I believe left New York in like 12 or 13 or some shit, 11. Then went to Baltimore and then left Baltimore at 17 and then started going to Auckland. Hey, fo, I'm from Auckland, fo. That's where I'm from, cuh. Auckland. Mark ass buster. I'm from Slauson and Crenshaw, fo. Marco, you can't agree with girls having guy friends come. No, it's not common. No. Any female friend were ugly or respectful. All my female friends were ugly. Respectfully? You might say respectfully, but if any of them are watching this, they're not going to take it respectfully. Pac was raised in the Bronx. Pac was raised in the Bronx. No, he wasn't. He was uptown, Harlem, I believe. Marco, you know Billy. Is this a dick joke? Billy Dib? Did dip these nuts in your mouth? I don't know what that means. LA accent isn't an Oakland accent. That's how you sound, CJ, when you call in. You're like, hey, Marco, what's up, fool? Buster. Aye, fuck you, fool. That's how you talk. Yo, Biggie had some gay lyrics. They weren't gay. We just talked different back then. Biggie was better than Pac, respectfully. I think Pac was better. More talented, more creative, better. But I think I like Biggie's music more. You know, because how much do I want to hear about get the fo in the trunk, Buster? In California, we want you. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. I couldn't relate to it. Finding female friends, but they're always a veneer of sexual tension. Yep, that's true. A veneer? I don't even, is that a word that applies in that sentence? Because a veneer. Veneers are for that. A thin layer of material used for decoration or protection. Ah, so there was a thin layer of sexual tension. Now I get how you're using it. Okay, okay. Good word. Keep it real. You ever wanted an ugly chick? I didn't want it, but, you know, sometimes it would happen. Dear mom is better than Big. Get out of here. No, it's not. Big L was better than both. Nah, no, it wasn't. Big L was good, though, but all my female friends want to get freaky after a few drinks. That's because you're a pretty motherfucker. You be putting your fucking muscles out and being all pretty and shit. You pretty motherfucker. Wearing your tank tops. Trying to seduce bitches. You pretty motherfucker. I never liked you anyway, pretty motherfucker. Big L, Fat Joe, the enemy. Good song. You didn't like Pac because he dropped White Man's World on the... I've actually never heard that song or heard of it. Probably shitting on white people, right? That's why I didn't like NWA or Public Enemy, to be honest with you. And, I mean, I love Brand Nubian, but even them, like, how many white devil lines can I hear before I'm like, I look like an idiot being like, yeah, fuck the white devil. I tell you, keep it smelling. You know, like, I'm sitting here rapping white devil lyrics. I start feeling stupid. So, that back in my time, that was the big one. White devil was the one used a lot. Nino Brazown. So you're going to ask me your question or what? He did something about marriage, but since you're not married, he's not going to ask you. That proves my point. No way you'll let your wife go out for a lunch with her guy friend. Man, my wife can do what she wants. I'm not worried about that. I was going to ask you, how do you stay committed to one woman, but you're not married? That's how. He doesn't get married. Just accept you're the devil. Oh, yeah, I did answer that. And you're not going to have to ask that question in about 5 to 10 years. You won't even have to answer that question. It's just you're going to get it then. I guess I am the white devil. What up, True? What's cracking, Trizu? I spoke highly of you, Marco. Huh? I don't get it. I didn't think you didn't. I'm confused. H-Town. Ask Marco how to stay committed. Ask me how to leave a... No, ask me how to stay committed. Ask him how to make a steam shoot out of bitch's ears to where she just bounces. Oh, no, you left her, huh? Damn, that's fucked up. You put her through all that and you left her? She couldn't get some kind of a prize for putting up with the fucking the adjusting comments? You still left her anyway. That's mental. You're a mentally abusive man. CJ dates white women as revenge to the white devils. Yep. All these modern dudes be complaining about women, shaking my head, just be a man and she'll follow. Clarissa, what are your thoughts on girls having guy friends? Dubois wins with a body shot. I hope so, my brother. I hope so. CJ putting white girls through the mattress as reparations. Damn, CJ. Facts. Alberto's not in here. I bet you he's over. And is Johnny still live? He's probably in Johnny's live. Only 10-20% of men divorce their broad. Yet I kept my bitch. Okay. You, my friend, are a wild boy. This stuff I like to talk about when boxing is slow. Fuck it. I do not believe in friends from the opposite sex for my husband, so neither do I. Oh, Clarissa has a little sprinkle of jealousy. Clarissa gets jealous. It's not disrespectful. It all depends on how you talk to them. It's all about the energy. If you're like, yo, what up? Yo, word, you saw that? All right, cool. That's fine. But if you're like, what's up, girl? Oh, you probably sitting there, hair smelling all good with your fucking shorts on. I know how you are. What? Yeah, you slapped it, right? Yeah. That's not good. You get it? It's not all or nothing. Just like taking drugs, guys. It's not all or nothing. It could be a balance. That's what this room is about. Balance in life. Of course, in boxing, first and foremost, but in life. She also got a shoe ready for her husband because of the line. That's right. That's right, E-Rock. That's what it is. Yeah. It's all about how you're talking to him. The fuck? You could have a casual friend at work, but no one will go out with chat outside of work. I get just two people hanging out together all the time, right? Like outside of work. Okay, that's a little weird. But again, balance. We said friend. We didn't say best friend. As long as I was passing my college courses, I did all the drugs I wanted. Okay. Women got work husbands. That's the truths. That's the truths right there. That's the truths. You guys are crazy. Stay wavy. It ain't cheating unless they find out. Oh, Stay Wavy's a dirtbag. You a dirty, dirty man. Stay Wavy? That's some dirty shit. Good Lord. Stay Wavy. Stay cheating. Marco Johnny has Brian Norman on. Whoopity fucking do for Johnny. Nah, I'm glad for him. I just don't even want to interview people. Otherwise, I would be doing it. If my girl cheated on me, she did me a favor. That's a good point, too. What if a female... I always felt that way. Like, yeah, you would hurt a little if it's somebody you cared for, but it's better that you know. You know what I mean? What if a female with a boyfriend, she trying to get at me? What should I do? Do you know him? Do you know the dude? How y'all? My ancestors will be disappointed knowing how y'all move. I don't understand why you're talking about your Mexican ancestors. It's very confusing right now. What's that have to do with anything? FYI, a dude like me is your woman's work husband. Oh, shit. See, you got guys like Mo in there scheming on him. Calculating like Pythagoras on him. I was a better side dude than a husband. Jesus Christ, CJ. Crazy enough, I went to middle school with him. Wasn't my homie or nothing. If you barely know him, then who cares? But know what you're dealing with her, because that's some shit. That's some shiesty shit on her part. So if it's just like a jump off, okay, but I wouldn't go anything past that. Mexican men are notorious for having secret families. I don't know what vlogs. Oh, are they? To me, cheating is dumb. If you're going to cheat, just stay single. Yeah, well, younger fellas, it's a badge of honor. It's some like male ego shit. Mexican men in the hood, it's like it was part of our culture, man. Just get as many bitches as you can, do it behind their back. It was stupid, but that's what we did when we were younger. Stupid now when I think about it, but I was bad too. That's just how it was, especially in the hood. Mexican men will work 5 jobs to support 3 secret families. Good Lord. Yes, that's the difference. Mexican men will have families. Other people just jump offs. Chat, would y'all ever physically fight over a female? It's not, to me, it's about disrespect. Or if I feel like somebody's trying to hurt me. So if a female is what sparked it and it turns into that, then yes. But it could be somebody cutting me online at a McDonald's. If they are disrespectful or they get in my face, then it could be over that. It's about the disrespect, not what sparked it. It's about what it burned into, not what sparked it. Come on, Unc, that's a given. I can't wife. I don't know that. I don't know. Maybe you're one of those puppy lovesick, doughy-eyed puppy love dudes that get whipped over every girl. I don't know. I have fought over my ex-wife. Never again. And then you dumped her. CJ, you don't make sense. Nowhere we're talking about cheating on him. What else are we going to talk about? Hell nah. Some women like men fighting over them. It's about power. They disrespect my woman, yeah. Bitch cheat on me, I'll pass her boxes. Better than a biddy. Biddy? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Marco would beat 80% of dudes in the street. I'm going to go with 90. At this age, I'm going to go with 90. Need I pull up that power punching machine so you can see what I'm still working with today? Mexican men will have 4 sons from different women. Okay. Very racist. I was all till she was all out. I was all in till she was all out. Word life. You guys are wild. You guys are wild. Crazy people. Can't even do that no mo. Dudes nowadays shoot you till you catch on fire. Jesus. Side dudes see the real, raw, uncut nature of women, though. That's true. That's true. I believe in the youngest out of everyone here, and I could say most of my school friends that were girls had a crush on some point. Knowing me, I'll try in adulthood with that in mind for sure. How old are you, Winston? Alberto is the product of adult. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Yo, Clarissa, that was vicious. That was like that Mike Tyson combo, body head to Jose Rebalta that dropped him. That was vicious. But like in a vicious where people listening are like, ooh, damn. Like inspiring vicious. Right? Whew. Yo. Good Lord. Wow. I'm trying to find the perfect soundbite for that. I guess this is all we could do.
Got him!
Marco, my fuck-ass teacher giving me another test after state testing. CJ has about 4 half-white kids, and he teaches them all to be Black Panthers. Alberto is left on Johnny's live just to get flamed. Alberto left Johnny's live just to get flamed. He's not here anymore. He went back to Johnny's live. Real dudes know I'm spitting straight game. Allow me to reiterate. Sometimes you got to come a bit sideways before she can get shit straight. That's Jay-Z, right? Do you think a fighter should have a second career while boxing? Just, yup. Like an electrician. Damn. Yeah, that was funny. Jay-Z. Marco got a fire ass studio room. It's all right. Just want to make sure I hold on to it. Got to get this cheddar up. Got to get this cheese up. Damn, why is it so slow? Isn't Ness live right now? I believe he is. Nah, that ain't Jay-Z. That's me. Oakland got all the pimp talk. You mean Oakland? Oh. I'm not going to be able to go live tomorrow afternoon. Maybe later. Maybe like 3 or 4 I'll do it. Got to go in for a meeting in my son's school. Vlogs had 3 kids he hadn't seen because he's too busy in the gym. He's the kind of dude who, while he's eating dinner, he's looking in a mirror, lifting 1 dumbbell. $21. Yeah, you're an adult now. Got a new job. It's paying $17 an hour. Got to start buying fights. What's the job? All men should read the book My Secret Garden by Nancy Friday. I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure you're trolling. Right, Mo? We know how he's doing it. He's the kind of guy that'll kiss his own muscles in the mirror and then high five himself in the mirror. Yeah, look at these muscles, baby. Call himself baby. This dude. Bruh, I flexed in the mirror while smashing like Patrick Bateman. American Psycho style, baby. It's a youth center job. You clean the community and give people a tour of the local park. All right? No joke. I believe you. Alberto has no kids. Well, because we know men on men can't reproduce. I give that one a 6. You had a 10 though before. 2 10s. That was a 6. But they all can't be gems. Nah, not at all. My secret garden tells men about the real sexual nature of women. Oh, thought you were fucking with me. It's like, my secret garden. Super. It's like, what the fuck is that? Fuck IHOP. That's the worst job ever. I could have told you that, especially in Patterson. The amount of fights and ratchet shit you probably had to deal with in IHOP in Patterson. How do I deal with pregnancy scares? Put on a fucking condom, you dirty bastard. You filthy bastard. Bag the shit up like it's going out for delivery. Put on the raincoat like you're strolling through the rainforest. That's how you do it. CT, what up, blood? They were fighting over Minecraft toy at McDonald's, Marco. Birth control, but yeah. It's not that easy. What you mean? You dirty man. Canelo can't beat Bud at all the way he fought Skull. I agree. No, I don't agree. Bud would never run like that. Bud wears cleats, not track shoes. Hit the like, you dirty bastards. Johnny gonna come on? I don't know what the fuck Johnny's doing. Well, Skull was running all night. Literally running. Yeah, it is nasty. I got Barrios beating him, though, guys. Too tall. I told a bitch, I don't care if you're a virgin, Mary. I need that paternity test. What? I had a quick look at a book you recommended. The guy that moved from 40 to 47 don't have a chance there. Nah, man, Tio has a chance. Tio's nice with it. You feel me? Tio is nice with it. I am the last ape. Hello, last ape. Canelo was very lazy and lackluster. He simply won't win more rounds than Crawford. Nah, he wasn't lazy. The dude was fucking running. Tio power not going to carry? No, but his speed and athleticism will. Yeah, word up. His power might not, but his speed and athleticisms and his footwork, all that. Speaking of that, is it disrespectful to ask a woman for a paternity test? No. Unless you're in a committed relationship and live together and, you know what I'm saying, and been known her a long time, maybe at that point it is. Depends on the character of the woman and the nature of the relationship. No excuses. You can't have one fighter wanting to fight. Yeah. That's a fact. Tio loves saying the N-word. I hope Crawford slap his bitch ass. His bitch ass. Bud will be too fast and sharp for Saul. Saul, excuse me. Bud will be too sharp and fast for Saul Alvarez. I see Bud winning by decision. That could happen, but there are plenty of women you can trust. Just remember, whatever they let you do, someone else can be also doing. They're making it mandatory in Tennessee for a test to be done at paternity birth. Word? That's a good idea. Anybody can fucking lie. I like that. Unless you just don't know, they're like, oh, unknown. But I like that. Mark, was your wife allowed to have a boy best friend? Yeah, she did at one point. Bud didn't look fast or sharp versus Madrimov. No, he didn't. Look human, moving on to 154. Mark, if ESPN came on here randomly, you're cooked. No, they would understand. There ain't shit going on. Moving to Tennessee. You're a funny man, CJ. That's funny. Moving to Tennessee, Tennessee, Tennessee. Hi, what's up? I'm from Tennessee. Skull's Corner must have been telling him, you're doing great out there. Can anyone vouch that they were saying that to him? He's probably thought he won. If you propose and she says no, is the relationship over? I don't fucking know. How am I post no? How am I post no? I don't know. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to bounce. I will talk to you guys tomorrow afternoon at some point. Just got to figure out when. All right. You guys are the best. Peace.